We are live, ladies. Hello. Welcome to Ayurveda for All Seasons. I am so honored to have the partners behind Ayurveda for All Seasons. Two of them are represented here, Shankara Naturals or Shankara Skincare and Elements Truffles. And we are also here on behalf of Shri Shri Tattva and Art of Living Retreat Center, who will be joining us for a meditation at the end. So happy Earth Day to everybody. You ladies hear me okay? Does it sound okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So it's my absolute honor to introduce you all to Gina Prasita and Alak Vasa. Gina is Shankara Skincare, and she has been spearheading the efforts of really proliferating the Ayurvedic movement in the beauty and skincare industry for quite a while now. And she's become an Ayurvedic expert. She was a spa expert, and now she's an Ayurvedic expert, and is here today to talk to us about Earth Day and how we can honor the earth on such a beautiful and meaningful day. Welcome, Gina.
Thank you. Thank
So
you so much.
I'm going to start with you and start asking you, and then we'll move on to Alak and Elements Truffles and all the goodies that Alak has to share with us today. But let's start with Shankara and start with you, Gina. You know what? Hang on one second. I think there might be resonance because let me close out of, I might be on getting Facebook. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I think that's better. Okay. Sorry for the noise. Okay. So I'd love to ask you, Gina, on this special day, what does Earth Day mean to Shankara?
Okay, great question. Well, as a company, we have a big focus on sustainability, and it's a very important day for us. Although every day is Earth Day for us, and we have made certain changes along the way over the years in trying to contribute to a more sustainable way of doing business, from the way we package and ship our products. We use as least amount of packaging as possible. We use really nice cardboard boxes that can be reused, and paper to pack. And we've eliminated bubble wrap, although there is a recycling bubble on the market, but we've eliminated that. And the big thing I feel that we did years ago was we got rid of the boxes for all of our body products. And at first, there was some resistance from some of our customers because they liked getting the bottle in a box. And I would ask, what do you do with the box? And they said, we throw it away. So that, is just contributing to what I feel is a big problem in the world, is unnecessary packaging.
And that's fantastic for a beauty care company. And for a skincare company, because they're known for their packaging, and that's a big marketing push, right? So that's really remarkable.
Right. Correct. So that was really important. And just overall, all of our team members have a priority with sustainability, with not using plastic, reusable cups, and filtered water versus bottled water, just very small things. And what I feel about this, and not only Earth Day, like I said, every day, is that every single person can contribute something to this cause. It just starts with one person. And I read a few quotes for Earth Day, and one that was very simple. Wendell Berry said it, and he said, "The Earth is what we all have in common." So that, I think, if we look at what's happened in the world over the last few years with COVID, and if you dig deeper into some of the issues that have arisen, is that we all are one, right? We were all exposed to this. It didn't matter where you lived, what nationality, if you were rich or poor, you were all affected by this. And I feel there's a complete connection to Mother Nature. And just the message is, like, we need to really take a look at how we're living, what we're doing from large companies to small companies, we all, I believe, can make a big difference.
Yes, absolutely. And you're getting some love from Kim and some other users there. Hello, welcome to Ayurveda for All Seasons. Yes, absolutely. I think it's so important, and Shankara is really doing amazing things. I would love for you to share what you think the average person can do to that end.
Well, I think, as I just previously stated, just very, very small steps.
Mhm.
Just, I have a 25-year-old daughter, and it is really the youth today that I think is going to make the big difference in what happens with the world.
Yeah.
And she doesn't drink bottled water. And we've just recently traveled and we had to buy bottled water, which like really hurt me. Like, bought a big gallon, we filled our bottles. But we literally, she said, "Do you want me to take the recycling? Are you going to take the recycling back?" Like, we wouldn't leave it in the hotel because we didn't know if they recycled. And it wasn't even like a thing, like a big thing. It's just that's how she thinks. And I think that the young people today realize that it's their world, right? And it's their earth. And
Yeah.
you see people like Greta Thunberg who, called us out for it because it means something to her, because she's going to be around way longer than I'm going to be around. And we, as everyday citizens, have a responsibility to do whatever we can. And it's interesting because I've been reading a lot about what different companies are doing, big companies, small companies, and it's really amazing when a commitment comes from the top, and the large corporations and the countries, that can make these huge changes. But when it comes down to it, like, we need that, but it also can begin in small ways, right? So walking instead of driving everywhere, right? Buying from companies that use less packaging, just simple things like that.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. And, I really commend Shankara for all of the things because you're one of the companies that's leading the way in this, so it's just, and one of the reasons why I've aligned with Shankara is because at the root level, the consciousness that is being brought every day, not just for the company itself, but it trickles down to the end consumers, the people who use the products, the spas, everybody. Has a ripple effect. What are the best organizations that you believe people can follow to really stay on this cutting edge side of consciousness and all these ecologically friendly practices? What organizations have you found?
Well, this is a personal thing, but there's so many. I mean, if anybody just Googles environmental organizations, there's like so many out there. Personally, I like the Audubon Society, or like Sierra Club, Greenpeace. Um, there's just fair trade. And it's so cool if you Google them and you find some and you read about the initiatives that these organizations are doing. I mean, there's so many more than I even thought. And that was really exciting to me. But even like if you look at fair trade, or even just like the fruits and vegetables that we can buy, I think there's markets, city markets all over the country. Why not go there and buy your produce from there? It's grown locally, and it doesn't have the packaging, it doesn't have the pesticides. So I think those organizations are really showing ways to do it. And this in no means is meant to really talk badly about a company, but I am going to say I was surprised that for the fourth year in a row, Coca-Cola has been selected as the worst company because of all their plastic. So I thought, wow, I didn't know that they even rated companies. But when you think about it, that company is so huge. And if they just made some changes, I mean, when I was a kid, we used to have soda in a glass bottle. And why can't we go back to that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So So I think if anybody has the interest, it would be really good just to go and Google and find an organization that resonates with you and you can support it and follow it and just learn because there's just so much information out there.
Could you imagine if Coca-Cola had you on their task force?
I don't know. I don't know if they would hire me.
I mean, it could make some really big moves there for all the people that they reach. They reach a lot of people.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you want to say anything about IAHV, by the way, International Association for Human Values?
Sure. You know what? I think I'm going to ask Alec. Maybe you can chime in on that.
Can you? I think you're muted, Alak, but I'd love to ask you. So hi, Alak. So chime in on the IAHV. What ecologically friendly initiatives do you think, or do you know about them doing that? And tell us a little bit about IAHV for those of us who don't know.
Sure. So IAHV stands for International Association for Human Values, and it's truly a foundation that is doing so much work at the ground root level, right? And then Shankara is one of the big supporters for that. And one thing I wanted to highlight on behalf of Shankara is that 100% of their profits are donated for good causes. And I think that is commendable. I think that's a huge step taken in the direction of sustainability, because there's IHV is one of the foundations that is doing such good work, whether it's river rejuvenation or taking on projects about planting trees. There are so many areas, like from an environmental level to even bigger levels, that it's focusing on, and there's so many ways one can contribute. Of course, financially is one way, but also the accessibility for you as a small community member to join a local community through IAHV and make a difference in your local area, right? So it's all about how big your vision is, how much resources you have, and how you want to spend them towards making this place how it used to be or how it's meant to be.
Yeah, because IAHV has organizations and activities all over the world. So there's various here in the United States, and there's various abroad. Is there any particular location or anyone in particular that you can remember that if anyone right now who doesn't know anything and was like, you know what, I really want to do something to contribute, what's one place they can go to, or one location where they can just at least sign up and start to contribute either monetarily or traveling and actually doing things?
I think I would suggest going to their website, because that's the best resource in terms of, just getting there, and just type IHV, you'll get there, and explore, because it's just so vast and it's so big, and it's all about how you want to become a part of it.
Yeah, awesome.
And one simple way to even become a part of it is to purchase Shankara products, and you are contributing.
Like the planting the tree initiative was huge that they did. And I mean, from a huge project to a small project, it's important. Yeah. So this organization is doing amazing things, but everyone personally can plant a tree.
That's right. That's right.
So, I mean, I don't want to personalize this too much, but to share, I have a beautiful tree in front of my house. I live in Florida. It's not a Florida type tree. And the association has been wanting to cut it down for 20 years. And I refuse. And they just trimmed it. And I was outside, talking to the tree a couple of weeks ago. I mean, a few people were like, whoa, what's going on? But trees have feelings. I mean, we need to have trees. And so it's me saying no to cutting down a tree to organizations planting trees all over a country.
So. And to that point, Gina, I just want to bring up that because of what you do in your role and the company that you work for and with, Shankara, you're much more connected to the essences of the tree and the parts of the tree, because in the Shankara products, you have the barks, you have the roots, you have the flowers, you have the leaves, you have the stems, right? Different parts. These are all the parts of the herbs that then get infused in the oils that we then take home, right? And it is said that there's still the essence of the tree and the quality of the tree that gets brought into the actual products that are made. And Shankara is one of the companies that makes these types of natural products.
Mhm.
And so I can see how much, I just love that story of you talking to the tree, and it makes sense to me because you definitely have to have grown more connected and, just more aware of the fact that these are entities. The trees are living entities. The plants are entities. They make up our earth. And it's important that we are surrounded with these reminders on a daily basis, which is what we're talking about here, and all of the things that we can do to remind ourselves that we are of the earth and we want to be connected to the earth and the elements and all of that. And so I'm going to segue over to Alak now, because this is a perfect segue about the elements. And so Alak Vasa is the founder of Elements Truffles and is co-founder, right?
Yes.
It's you and your partner, right? And Elements Truffles, I want you to tell the audience about your delicious chocolates, the inspiration behind them, and about the elements.
Sure. So thank you for such a kind introduction. And keeping close to the theme of sustainability, Elements Truffles. Uh, I used to be a trader on Wall Street, and I quit my job, and me and my husband, we now run Elements Truffles. And one of the things that we wanted to kind of do through whatever we were building was to make a positive impact, whether it's, to Mother Earth or the community or anything around us. And so even before we knew we were going to make chocolates, I think some things were very clear. And of that, sustainability was one of the biggest things. When we were thinking about packaging, it was very, very important for us to make sure that we were not using plastic, we were not using materials that is going to kind of, impact our carbon footprint on the earth, which was already kind of blowing up, right? So it's just thinking about every single thing. And sometimes, while it thinks like it's such a natural way to do things, there were so many times people would come to us and say, your chocolate bar is so pretty, and your chocolate's so pretty, why do you hide it behind a craft paper box? And it's because to showcase this, I would probably have to use some kind of plastic or something which would show the beauty of the product, but at the same time it's going to impact the beauty of Mother Earth. So while people often think that, oh yes, sustainable packaging is everywhere and everybody's talking about it, how much thought actually goes behind it? And the pros and cons that one weighs as a company to make sure that, no, this is our commitment and we're going to stand through it, not just to come live and talk about it, but to actually follow it, whether it's our manufacturing process, whether it's our sourcing. Who are we sourcing our products from, right? And are we getting it at a fair trade price? Is there sustainable measures that they use in their farms? Every element kind of, it all kind of trickles up the chain. It's, yes, I am a chocolate maker, but there's so many people behind it, so many ingredients, so many people. So the whole process of making it, there, every aspect is when you want to make sure that there is sustainability woven into it and you can scale. I think that is another thing that I strongly believe is, a lot of times people say that if you are sustainable, it's hard to scale, or when you scale, it's hard to be sustainable. But I don't think that's true. Like what Gina said, used to have Coke in glass bottles, and you could still do that as a big corporation. So I feel that growth does not have to come at the cost of sustainability.
Love that. I absolutely love that. And can you give us some ways, since it is Earth Day, could you give us, it can be related to anything at all, What are ways that we can nourish the earth element within us?
I love this question because I feel often the earth element within us is the one that is ignored the most. We
Hmm.
talk about Vata, Pitta, like, okay, yes, I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling dryness in my skin, or I'm feeling like hangry. Like, people often resonate with the Vata and Pitta elements, especially I think in this day and age when we're all trying to do so many things at the same time, right? But we often forget that what is actually holding us, what is holding everything together, is actually the earth element. And to me, nourishing the earth element is prioritizing yourself, nourishing your mental health, nourishing yourself, taking care of yourself, because that is the earth element, and that is what gives the stability for you to move through that, right? And that is one of the reasons, I guess, why Elements Truffles exist. Is it's a chocolate that allows you to indulge without the guilt. You can, for once, not feel bad after enjoying something that you really like. Oftentimes we give in to our cravings, and right after having that, maybe next day morning, you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have given into that craving. But I think with Elements, what we want to show is that you can indulge and at the same time not feel guilty about it. And so I think that's what the earth element to me means, is to nourish that inner element, that inner strength that is inside of us, so that we can sustain.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have here Kim commenting here in the chat, yeah, about self-care. It really is that focus on the self. That's all about self-care. I love that. And that's I think at the end of the day, all of us, there's a component of that we are trying to give everyone these tools so that they can bring exactly what you're saying into their life, to nourish themselves, not to ignore the parts of themselves, and their physical body is very important.
And I
And
have to say, you've never tasted chocolate anywhere close to Elmer's Truffles. I
delicious.
mean, unbelievable. It's not just chocolate. I mean, it's a whole beautiful experience from the way it looks and tastes. And but the backstory, the packaging is lovely, and there really isn't anything like it.
Could
So
you give us a quick like therapeutic context on a couple of the chocolates? Like maybe the rose is like amazing. But and anything quickly therapeutically about how to use them?
So honestly, chocolate itself is such a superfood, right? It is something that instantaneously, when I even say the word chocolate, it instantaneously brings a smile on your face, right? Because it has that power to kind of just make you feel happy. Personally, I feel like an orange quinoa is amazing at this point of time, when because of its fruitiness, that vibrancy, and I find it personally very very therapeutic to kind of enjoy that refreshing flavors of orange bursting in my mouth. The second one, of course, rose with cardamom. I think that just, you think of it, you close your eyes and you already feel nourished, because it's just these spices and these essential oils that the chocolates are infused with are so therapeutic in nature, right? I feel that's what is beautiful, is that everything that Mother Nature provides, or Mother Earth provides, is naturally therapeutic. It's just that when we add processes to it, or we make it process, we add artificial ingredients to it, is what takes away from the essence of what Mother Earth is providing us. And so in that sense, I feel everything is when you look at it, it feels like, oh yeah, because that's how Mother Nature made it, that's how roses were made, and that's how the spice of cardamom was made, that warming beautiful feeling that kind of lingers in your mouth, and it not only just tastes good, but it settles the nerves, and you just automatically feel relaxed. And for someone like me, when I eat an orange bar, I immediately get transported to childhood memories of, enjoying an orange chocolate. So I think these chocolates can be so personal to each one of us, based on how we grew up and what we connect with as self-care. And yeah, we have some people behind.
Hi to the window cleaners. I love that. So beautiful, Alec. I just love how you've incorporated the therapeutic, herbs into the chocolates. And it's so wonderful. And so for the last few minutes, we are going to invite Charlie from the Art of Living Retreat Center to do a meditation with us.
And then I want to just add something, if I may, because I meant to say this, and it's like so exciting. I can't jump off without announcing this. So every year there are Earth Day awards that Healing Lifestyle and Spas award to different companies in different categories. And we have won that award before. This is the 13th year they've been doing it. And as of today, I can make the announcement that our Kumkumadi oil has won the award again. And it's very important to mention that we have to send a listing of ingredients, how we make the product, there's certain criteria, and we won again. So this is super, super exciting. For any of you that do not know about it, please look on our website, because I can't spend more time. We have to jump off. But one other thing is, when I think of Earth Day and I think of all the Shankara products, I personally think our microcrystal exfoliator is a perfect Earth Day product. It has 5 different kinds of algae. It has aloe vera gel, ultra fine silica crystals. Whoops, it looks like that.
And it smells awesome.
It smells unbelievable. A lot of beauty editors have picked up on this over the years as their favorite exfoliator. So if anybody wants to treat themselves, self-care, I would think about these 2 products, and I would think about some of Alec's chocolates, and then you've got the self-care covered. Like you just can.
And there's Mother's Day. Mother's Day is coming up. Microcrystal exfoliation and chocolate. I mean, it's awesome.
What more is there?
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, and ladies, will you be able to stay and meditate with us for 5 minutes?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
and
great.
My one final thought, and I know I wanted to keep this whole thing short, but one other thing just to close it out is, this is a thought by Margaret Mead, and I wrote it down. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. It is the only thing that ever has. So keep that in mind. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gina and Alec.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we have Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
Hi, Annette.
Hi, thank you so much for being here with us. Charlie comes with us from the Art of Living Retreat Center. It's a joy to have you here. I understand you've been a meditation instructor and practitioner for 10 years and counting, and you've been leading the breath work and the meditation programs for the last 4 years for Art of Living.
Yeah. I've been meditating for a while and then leading them for about 4 years with the Art of Living. So great to be with you all here on Earth Day.
Awesome. And you're actually in North Carolina, right?
Yes, I am. And I can show you. These are the mountains that I'm looking at. I don't know if you can see them from here.
We sure can. But beautiful.
Yeah, great
Beautiful
place to be
view
on Earth Day.
for Earth Day. Wonderful. Well, I'm going to pass the baton on to you, and you just take it away.
All right. And how much time do we have roughly?
We were supposed to end at 12:30, but how much time would you like?
60-second meditation. Got it.
No, it's you can take a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, happy Earth Day, everyone. And let's just jump into it then. So why don't we all just close our eyes and start to take our attention from the outer world into the inner world. Let's just take a normal deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in. And let go. And now become aware of all the sounds around you. Maybe sounds of birds outside, any noises your home is making, your computer. Just become aware of all the sounds. Accept all of the sounds, just let them be there. You are now in harmony with your environment. Let us take another deep breath in and out. Become aware of your physical body. Your body is a beautiful gift given to you from nature with love. Love your body very dearly. Become aware of the whole body. The whole body. And let us take another deep breath in and let go completely. Become aware of your thoughts. Good thoughts or bad thoughts, just let them come. Do not resist the thoughts. You are now in harmony with your thoughts. And let's take another deep breath in and let go. Become aware of your feelings. Pleasant feelings or unpleasant feelings, just let them be. You are peace. You are joy. Slowly become aware of your feelings. Become aware of your thoughts, if there are any. Become aware of your physical body. And slowly, keeping the eyes closed, start to become aware of your surroundings. And taking your own time, very slowly and gradually, when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
That was beautiful, Charlie.
Good.
Thank you. A way to nourish. I loved how we got into our body, earth element today. Just a really wonderful way to end the session today. So I wanted to thank you so much for that. And we'll pop in more information here about the Art of Living Retreat Center. There's so much going on over there. Anyone who really wants to just further in their healing process, further in their spiritual growth and consciousness, it's a wonderful, wonderful place to visit. I'm looking here at the chat. Yeah, thumbs up. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up. Yes, yes,
Great.
awesome. So yeah, Charlie, thank you so much. And I just wanted to ask any of you, does anybody want, anybody have a message from Mohit? We'll probably, from Sri Sri Tattva, I'll probably connect with him later on this. But if anyone has anything from him, I just can't wait to talk about his stuff as well, his herbs and all of the supplements that they have. Really, really beautiful products. So we'll connect on that at some other point. But thank you to all of you for jumping in here and celebrating Earth Day. It's really a beautiful gathering of souls, and I'm so, so excited to have us all here connected. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy days and being here to connect on such an important and worthy cause. So, any parting words before we say goodbye?
Thank you.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
everybody.
Thank
Thank you. Happy Earth
Happy
Day.
Earth Day, everyone. Much love to everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye.